Good morning. We are discussing about software project management, the second unit, project lifecycle and effort estimation. We are already discussed about waterfall model and the different kinds of process models. Today we are discussing next model, spiral model. The spiral model is similar to the incremental model with more emphasis placed on risk analysis. The spiral model has four phases like waterfall model. In spiral model, there are the models are the phases are planning phase, risk analysis phase, and engineering and evaluation phase. The software project repeatedly passes through these phases in iteration. That is known as spiral in the model. The spiral, why the name is spiral model? It is by the shape of the model is look like a spiral binding and the baseline spiral starting in the planning phase. Requirement is gathered and risk is assessed. Each subsequent spiral builds on the baseline spiral. It is one of the software development model like Waterfall, Agile model, and B model. First one is when next we are detailing going to planning phase and risk analysis phase, engineering phase and evaluation phase. First one is planning phase. It is related to requirement analysis. Requirements are gathered during the planning phase. Requirement like BRS, that is business requirement specification, and SRS, system requirements specification. That step is that phase is known as planning. And next is risk analysis. In the risk analysis phase, a process is undertaken to identify risk and alternate solution. A prototype is produced at the end of the risk analysis phase. And if any risk is found during the risk analysis, then alternative solutions are suggested and implemented. Then next is engineering phase. In this phase, software is developed along with the testing. At the end of this phase, hence in the phase is the the development and testing is done. Then last one is evaluation phase. This phase allows the customer to evaluate the output or the final output and the product or service of the project to date before the project continues in the next stage. This is the different phases of these are the different phases of spiral model. So we are going to the structure of spiral model. This is the structure of the spiral model. It is look like a spiral binding. The starting phase is requirement analysis, and next is risk analysis in different every area is related to risk analysis. Every area is check the maintenance and find out the risk or find out the errors. Then development plan, then the phase is develop why the next level is or the lead level is product, and operational prototype 1 2 3 in different stages of the spiral model. Prototype is verified by the customer. Then there are some advantages of spiral models are high amount of risk analysis here, avoidance of risk is enhanced, good for large and mission critical projects, strong approval and documentation control. Additional functionality can be added at a later date. Software is produced early in the software lifecycle. These are the advantages of the spiral model. And we are going to the disadvantages. Every models has their advantages and the disadvantages. The disadvantages of spiral models are it can be costly model because it is a spiral model, so it is very costly to using in different area like prototype 1 2 3, and risk analysis requires highly specific expertise. Project success is highly dependent on the risk analysis phase, but it doesn't work well for smaller projects. Spiral models is only we are using for a high budget projects in different steps, different phases. So it doesn't work well for smaller projects. Doesn't work for smaller project, and these are the disadvantages of spiral model. So hope all of you understand about the spiral model. It's the second type of process models. First one is we are already discussed waterfall. Second one this. Advantages of spiral model.